Hey guys, it's been a while. Welcome back. I know it's been quite a while since most of us have talked, so I just wanted to run through a number of things this week that's going to get us started as we enter into this new journey of distance learning through the end of the school year. So, I don't know about you, but this last month has led to a lot of things changing in my world and in yours, and it's made us have to adjust to a lot of different things, a lot of new way of doing things. So I just wanted to start by acknowledging that this has been, a difficult transition, I think, for all of us. So as we're jumping back into this, I want to touch on a couple of things. In the middle of the screen there, you see it says, "What we know matters, but who we are matters more." This is a quote by Brene Brown. And I just want us to focus on the fact that as we move through these next few months of distance learning, I do care that you continue to learn. I care that you continue to get the academic knowledge that we are here to teach you. But I'm hoping that through these next few weeks, we can develop into a better version of ourselves as well as we learn how to navigate these new waters of learning digitally and virtually and helping each other out through the whole process. Another thing that I want to acknowledge is that other quote that says, "Good pilots know that the best thing to do when you encounter turbulence is to slow down." Okay. am technically your pilot here, right? I have the ability to guide us and lead us where we need to go. And I recognize that in this new turbulent time, as we're encountering all these new things, that we just need to slow down. So we are going to go slow this week as we get used to our new format. And then the last thing I want to mention is, yes, many things have been canceled. Many things have changed in the way that we have to not go out, not see our friends and family. And that is hard. But there are a number of things that have not been canceled. You can still get outdoors. You can still listen to music. You can still see your family, your immediate family anyway. You can read, sing, laugh, hope. And I think that the most important thing for us to do in this time period is just to embrace what we have. And so we have each other virtually. You still have your friends virtually. You still have a lot of things at your fingertips that you can use during this time frame. So really make sure you're pushing into those things as we move into this new way of doing school. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things that we need to focus on as we get started into this distance learning. So this is kind of a general format that you're going to see. So here are some things I want to cover today. This is more of like an introduction to language arts distance learning. I'm going to go over some things that you need to know. I'm going to go over our Zoom meeting rules and expectations. I'm going to discuss grades from last quarter and fourth quarter. I'm going to give you a tour of our new Google Classroom. No, we're not moving to a different classroom. The format's just going to look a little bit different. So I'm going to walk you through that, and then I'm going to discuss our assignments for this week. Okay, so let's jump in to some things about distance learning for language arts. So here's what you can expect from me. On every Monday, I will post a instructional video for the week. Okay, the first thing you should do when you open up language arts on a Monday, you should definitely watch the video first. Okay. In addition to the video, you will also find a weekly calendar that will be posted on Mondays that will run you through your entire week. Okay. You should at least on Monday check in, take a look at the calendar, and then make a plan for the week as to how you're going to accomplish these tasks. Okay. There also will be a weekly Google question check-in. Okay, I'll explain more about that when you see it in just a moment, but it's just kind of for us to check in with you, see how you're doing, and make sure you're checking in with our calendar and our videos, etc. So as you probably already know, you need to plan for about 30 minutes a day for language arts. Okay, now if that means that you want to compile something for 2 days and do it all in one day, you are welcome to do that. But just recognize it's going to be about 2.5 hours of language arts for the whole week. So you need to figure out when you're going to want to do that. Okay, and then lastly, our Zoom meeting for questions and answers will be every Wednesday from 1:15 to 2:15. So remember, this is not a required thing. It's just an opportunity for you to jump onto Zoom. If you need to talk to me and ask me questions, I will be available from that time period, 1:15 to 2:15 in person. That doesn't mean you can't email me at any time. This is just a time where we can see each other face to face via Zoom. So couple of quick tips from me, as you can see here on this post-it note. Please, guys, try and find a quiet spot at home to work without other distractions. And I'm really, really going to try and challenge you to put your phone in a spot that is not your work environment so that you can actually focus on your schoolwork without, seeing your phone ding and then, oh, you got to check the notifications and things like that. Put it away for a little while, okay? Make a schedule. Gather all your materials before you start your work. That way you're not getting up and, oh, I need my headphones. Oh, I need a pencil. Oh, I need paper. Really try and gather everything. Keep it in your work area so that you don't have to constantly go and gather things throughout the day. Set a time frame for yourself. So know that from 9 to 10, you are working, okay? And if you meet that goal, then give yourself a reward. That's okay. Even I've had to do that so that I can focus on what I need to get done. And then lastly, guys, we're going to have to be flexible with each other. We're going to have a little bit of grace for each other. I will do that as long as you extend that to me as well. Okay, moving on. So I mentioned office hours. So here's how it's going to work. As I said, Wednesdays from 1:15 to 2:15. Okay. When you log into Zoom, you need to make sure that you're using your BPS-Schools Gmail to sign in. And when you go in, you will be placed in the waiting room. Okay. That makes sure that I can verify your identity. That being said, this means you either need to have a picture of yourself that does not cover your face, or a picture that's not distorted or whatever. It must be your face that's not covered, or your camera must be on so that I can see you. Okay. When we're doing Zoom, try again to find a quiet place that's free from distractions from siblings, parents, pets, television, etc., so that we really can interact on a level where we can understand each other, hear each other with no issues. Obviously, make sure you're maintaining respect in both your speaking, writing, your appearance. You really should be on mute. I'm sure other teachers have told you this already, but you should stay on mute. Use the raise hand button if you'd like to talk or contribute. Your video needs to stay on the entire time to promote focus, making sure you're making eye contact, not with yourself, but that you're looking at me or whoever else you're talking to at the time. Just out of politeness, make sure you're refraining from chewing gum, eating, drinking in front of the camera. That can be really distracting for people. And remember that the chat function in Zoom really should only be used for questions. It's not a time for you to go and be having conversations back and forth between your friends. Also remember, if you break any of the rules, you're not abiding by these rules, that we have the ability to say, you're done with Zoom. You are not welcome to join into our Zoom classes anymore. So please make sure you're maintaining the respect and being responsible with using Zoom for when you need to ask questions or clarify something with me and all of your other teachers. As we get going in here, there will be a Zoom room code and password. I will give that to you at the beginning of our first Zoom meeting, and then we will continue to use that, or I will post a new one that you will use to log into each of our Zoom classes. Okay, moving on. So you are going to find a week at a glance every single time that you start a new week on a Monday. So it's going to look something like this. Okay. Now we are starting school on a Wednesday this week. So you only see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday posted here, but this will give you a short idea of what your week is going to look like. After that, you will also see a day-to-day breakdown with an agenda, the materials that you'll need, and the homework that's due with a due date on it. Okay, so here's Wednesday, here's Thursday, and here's Friday. So this is going to be posted every week. I would definitely suggest that a couple times a week you're checking in and making sure that on a day-to-day basis you know what you need to do. Okay, I'm going to jump on over to our Google Classroom so that you can kind of see what the new format's going to look like. Now, normally, most of the time, you guys just jump into our stream and you're looking here to see what's new. I'm really going to encourage you to use the classwork button from this point forward, because I'm going to be putting things in here on a weekly basis, okay? So you can see here it says 415 through 417 remote learning. This is where you're going to find everything for just this week, okay? So you're going to notice it says start here, okay? That's obviously, I'm hoping, what you clicked on to watch this video. And then you're going to see the check-in form, okay? This form is just for me to check in with you to make sure you're accessing our materials, to make sure you're doing okay. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do after you watch every instructional video every Monday. So watch the video first, then do the check-in form. It literally is 2 questions. It'll take you 2 seconds to do. Here's where that weekly assignment agenda is going to live every week that you can reference as much as you need to throughout the week. And then below that will be any kind of assignments that you have going forward. Now, a couple of things that I want to mention. Sometimes when you go into these assignments, you are going to notice that Mrs. Kukuru is giving the directions. She and I are doing the same exact things from now until the end of the year. So sometimes she's going to be giving you directions, sometimes it will be me. So please just afford her the respect. If you have questions about anything she puts in her videos, please email me and I will be able to assist you with that. So make sure that you are watching all the videos we post. Every assignment should have a video directions to go with it so that you can go back and look at as much as often as you need to. Okay, going back to our agenda of what we needed to cover today, let's quickly talk about grades from last quarter. At this point, you should already know that going forward, the district has decided that we are going to be giving G's for the grades for third quarter, possibly fourth quarter as well. This just kind of means like it's a passing grade as the third quarter ends at the end of this week. Going into fourth quarter, I think you will be able to earn that G as long as you are doing the assignments that we are posting on Google Classroom. You will earn that G, which will move you on into eighth grade. Okay, so in taking a look at this week, our last thing on my agenda is to kind of give you an overview for this week. So if I go back and look at our week at a glance, we're doing our introductions now, updates. You have one assignment to do today, which is just kind of a quick write to get back into the swing of things for language arts. Tomorrow on Thursday, you're going to be wrapping up our mystery unit, which we unfortunately did not get to finish. And then on Friday, you're going to wrap up that assignment and you're going to complete your pits and peaks for the week. If you are looking for more information on that one, you can go ahead and click on that assignment and there will be some video directions waiting for you there. Okay, guys, I am hoping that this is giving you a lot of information, but enough that can get you started as we get back into the swing of things. If you have any questions, today I will be holding my first Zoom meeting from 1:15 to 2:15. If you want to jump on, just chat with me, let me know how you're doing, or if you have any questions after viewing this video, you can let me know and we can talk about what you may be wondering about. Last thing, I've had a lot of emails about the March book report. For right now, we're putting that on hold. So if you've already done it, great. If you haven't done it, let's just wait for further instructions until we find out more about how things are going to move forward. Okay, guys, I miss seeing you. If you want to pop on and see me today, I would love to see you face to face. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.